友達が目覚めたとあったら駆けつけるしかないよね。みんなどうしてるかな。
Guys, Titan is coming. She's coming. Trailer just came out today, which leads us to this video. I'm here to talk about what I think Titan may have in her kit, mostly going off of the anime and a little bit off of what we know so far about the game and how units work. The first thing I want to talk about, which is probably the easiest topic to talk about, is her damage type, because it's definitely going to be physical damage. I will be very shocked if it's not, because she has a gun and literally anyone who does not have a staff or uses magic is going to be physical damage in this game. So that's a no-brainer. When it comes to her class, that one's going to have a little more wiggle room. Now, of course, Gunner seems like the class for her since she does use a gun. But then again, we do have Bolero in the game and she has twin daggers, but at the same time, she's technically a stalker class. So who knows? Just because Titan wields a gun, she might end up being a blader. Who knows? Now, in terms of like her kit, I know that of course her base, she's going to use her gun, so that's going to be pretty obvious. Their attacks will involve that. But when it comes to things like maybe the buffs that she can do or her ultimate, I have a couple things that come to mind. For example, for the ultimate, maybe like a, stun impair. Kind of thinking back on what happened in the anime when she did that all-out attack and that blinding light that she did, and just thinking about how that attack did stop the music arts from like continuing the battle. So maybe again, this is just all just putting things to the wind and trying to cope with the very little information that we have. Oh well, we kind of don't have anything other than it's Titan and it's coming soon. We don't even have a date yet, so everything's up in the air. But a stun impair ultimate with blinding light, a callback to that anime scene would be chef's kiss, would be beautiful. I would love that. And then again, when it comes to that attack, before Titan does it, Lenny does ask Sagan, has he seen the light? And light is blinding. So walk with me. I am probably completely wrong, but walk with me. This will also give us another character that can stun, because we do have Fantasy Impromptu in the game that does have that stun in her kit. So maybe open up the roster. Maybe not everyone can get Fantasy Impromptu. So here's another character that could stun. But there is a chance of that not being the case since we are pretty early in the game. So having kits overlap this early probably wouldn't happen, but it will be cool to have a second character that could stun for those that, Fantasy Impromptu wasn't their top character to reroll. So here goes Titan and she can impair / stun. Another thing about her kit that I would absolutely love to see, and I really hope so, I would really love for there to be something in her kit where the bows come off, because every Titan enjoyer knows that when those bows come off, it is go time. So it will be perfect if there was, maybe that's in the ultimate, since she did do that grand ability in the anime with the bows off. So maybe a part of the ultimate, and then maybe for buffs, like in that buff state, the bows come off. In the trailer, we do have the bows sitting on the table next to the gun. So, I feel like the game knows that, Titan is a fan favorite. She's going to draw a lot of people to pull on her banner. So if her kit involves things that have callbacks to those favorite moments of hers, that would be icing on the cake for that character and just make the struggle that we're going to have pulling her 10 times better. Now that I've kind of put together my fantasy kit a bit, there's one last part when I was talking about the bows. Now for buffs, I was thinking maybe speed, but that was just me thinking about how fast she was attacking when the bows came off, and how even like heaven and hell were trying to like keep up with where this girl was trying to go. So maybe that, but then again, even Destiny was moving super fast at some points, so that's might not be something that gets singled out for a kit. Now in terms of factions, I have two primary guesses for what her faction may be. The first one is the Struggle faction, primarily because it's the faction with Destiny and Valkyrie. And you know, ideally it will be great to have all of the Takt OP Destiny music arts, the ones that were highlighted in the anime, you know, kind of overlap and be under the same faction so they can all benefit having a team together, because I feel like that is something that players will want to do, is put them all together. The other one that I'm thinking of is Eternity. Now that one's based off of more of the description of the Eternity faction. With those who are in the faction of Eternity, they have inexhaustible vitality and unyielding determination in combat. They can withstand brutal assaults from the enemy while consistently delivering steady firepower. When I read that, I was just like, that reminds me of Titan when she took the bows off. For Titan enjoyers, that scene is legendary. You know, she's bleeding, she's injured, but she is just going. She's going, she's not stopping. Like, she is all in her attacks. So that describes her attacks in the anime so perfectly that I feel like that would be her faction in the game. That's everything that I have to say in terms of what I think Titan may have in terms of buffs, the ultimate. The damage type is pretty self-explanatory, though the class is up for grabs. Now that this video has been made, I'm excited to see how much of this I got wrong, how much of it I got right. Maybe this is 100% wrong. Maybe I'm kind of big-brained and I got a couple things right. But I'm just excited to see what Titan's kit will be when she comes out. We don't even have a date yet, but I did want to get something out there just so we can start this discussion. If you have your own ideas about what Titan's kit may be, please leave a comment down below in the comment section so we can kickstart the discussion and be in this Titan rating room together.
そしたらシュシュッと言ってドーンズカーンうい